UFC Fight Night, Jan versus Figueiredo is coming up this weekend, and today, guys, I have the complete betting guide for you with timestamps if you'd like to skip to any part of the video. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I'm your guy with many YouTube channels. Guys, we're going to be going through confident picks and underdog opportunity, fights that, actually, we're skipping that part this time around. Fights that I don't believe you should avoid, and I'm going to note that right now. I made a full card breakdown video saying that I wasn't, and typically I am extremely educated on fighters coming into the UFC. A lot of guys outside the UFC, you guys would know that. I'm a big fan of LFA, for example. I've been really watching Octagon. There are a lot of times where I am completely familiar with these fighters entering the UFC. I don't feel nearly as educated as I should be when it comes to a lot of these road to the UFC guys, so I'm not personally going to touch on that, and I would imagine, for me personally, that's something that I will be skipping out on. So, for this video only, we are skipping out on the fights to avoid because I don't have a ton to say about a little bit of the card, okay? Other than that, we have Lock of the Week, and we're going to dive into the fun video part of the video, props and parlays, and we're going to be getting into the betting recap. I'm still testing around what order I'd like to put it in, so if you guys prefer a specific order, like betting recap, since I've been intertwining them with these betting guides, I don't know, man. I don't know if it's best before or after. Regardless, timestamps will be there if you'd like to skip to any part of the video. Sorry for the long-winded intro, guys. Let's get into it today with the first confident pick, that being Carlos Ulberg. As much as I love Volkan Oezdemir, I just think, how I see this going, a little bit more of a gut feeling. I just see Carlos Ulberg overwhelming him, just hitting him with the biggest shots and unfortunately finishing Volkan Oezdemir. Now, I do worry about the ground game that Volkan Oezdemir has been implementing recently, but I still think that Carlos Ulberg is a force to be reckoned with. I believe him to be the real deal for the light heavyweight division. Will he be champ? I don't know, but I think he's going to get past the no time test. And also, while you're here, if you were just coming to this video for the first time, first of all, thank you very much for coming, everybody. But if you're interested in me diving into these fights as deep as I could possibly get, I already have a full card breakdown doing, so this is kind of the more of a quick pick video, betting guide video. This video is all over the place today, guys. So let's continue on to the next fight. Kong Wang is a confident pick of mine. Gabriela Fernandez, while she is better than your typical WMMA fighter, I'm convinced of Kong Wang now. I'm not completely convinced, but I'm like, she's won me over in the sense that I think that she's probably just going to get past the test of Gabriela Fernandez, and I think she's going to end up finishing her. Let's continue on to another confident pick of mine. Kenan Song. Guys, at the time of recording this video, he's an underdog. Kenan Song is an underdog. I don't know why. I don't know how. I think he's going to be better on the feet. I think Muslim Salikov, his age is showing big time. He's going to be slower. It's probably going to rain on the feet, and Kenan Song is just going to be better. I am highly considering betting on this fight. Kenan Song is a confident pick of mine, and let's get on to the final confident pick that we have over here, Yan Xiaonan. Now, the only thing that's stopping me here is she took a ton of damage at 35 years old by Wei Li. Assuming that that same fighter shows up, I think that she's going to destroy Tabitha Ricci. I think that with the way that Tisha Pennington fought Tabitha Ricci and stuffed the takedowns, but not necessarily stuffing the takedowns, when Ricci closed the distance, she just swung. Yan Xiaonan can do the same thing, except with technique. I don't think that Tabitha Ricci is going to get close to her. I think Yan Xiaonan is going to get the win and look very, very good doing so. Guys, let's continue on with one underdog opportunity that we have this time around, and that underdog opportunity is going to be Naim Jarkel Tudenham Barrel. Long name. Now, do I think he's going to win this fight? No. It's just about, like, out of all of the underdogs on the card, besides Kenan Song, which is a confident pick of mine, I don't even consider that an underdog opportunity. I think that he's going to get the job done. I could see a world where Carlos Hernandez drops the ball again. I think he's a better fighter. I think that he should win this fight on paper. I just see a world where he doesn't do it. Out of all the underdogs on the card, I don't mind Naim Jarkel to get the job done. Now, guys, let's continue on to Lock of the Week, the fighter on the card that I believe has the highest chance of winning. I hate to say it. It's going to break my heart. Petr Yan. I don't think that Davison has anything for him. Striking, grappling, presence. I think that Petr Yan is just going to out-technique Davison Figueiredo, box his face off, kickbox his face off, and if Davison Figueiredo wants to grapple, I think Yan will have the defense necessary to stop Figueiredo. Now, Figueiredo is also 36 years old in the bantamweight division. He's lacking that danger presence that he had in the flyweight division. I just think Yan is by far his toughest test here. I think Yan's going to get the job done. I hate to say it. I love Davison Figueiredo, but I think that Petr Yan's going to get the job done. Let's continue on, guys, to the more fun part of the video. Let's see if there's any props or fun parlays that we can make, starting off with the props over here. And I do have this screen. I guess it's covering a little bit. I still don't know I don't know what's right, man. I don't know. Well, I need to figure out how I want to do these videos. All right, let's see what we have over here. There's probably not a lot to look at over here. Over 4.5 rounds minus 125. I actually don't mind that at all, to be honest with you. Over 1.5 at minus odds for Carlos Ulberg. That's really interesting. Weird. Those are horrible odds for over 1.5 because I can see Carlos Ulberg just finishing the fight really quickly. What do you guys think about that one? Honestly, Ozzy Diaz. I almost put Ozzy Diaz as a underdog opportunity, but I wasn't too sure about that. But other than that, man, not a ton to really go by over here. Over 2.5 minus 425. That's crazy. Yeah, right. Nicholas Mott over 1.5 minus 150. It's okay. It's also important to know if you're talking about round lines, they're going back to the old UFC gloves, supposedly. Now, guys, let's see what we can make for a few fun parlays. Let's see what we can get going on over here. Let's see OC. Okay. Now, if we want to pick a couple confident picks, Piotr Yan Xiaonan, just together. I like that personally. Song Kanan adding that tier. Carlos Ulberg, 630. When you're doing parlays, something is bound to go wrong over there. Even if you want to bet on Carlos Hernandez, that's like not even too bad, to be honest with you. I like Nicholas Mata as well. I should have included Nicholas Mata as an underdog opportunity. I don't know why I didn't. I picked him in my full card breakdown. Man, what's wrong with me? But let's make some picks here. Let's see what we can do. Yan, Kenan, Wang, Carlos Ulberg. Do we want to pick any of these other ones? No, not Carlos Hernandez. Nicholas Mata, that's crazy. That's definitely not going to hit. That's too long of a parlay. I hate UFC parlays, man. Too bad we can't, this is a very, very weird betting guide video because there's not a ton we can do here. Again, the road to the UFC fighters, a lot of the Asian talent I personally haven't been following, so that's a little bit difficult for me to even put together. Very strange betting guide video, guys. I apologize. Honestly, I feel like I can make a better video than this. But regardless, let's move on to the betting recap, which unfortunately, it was not our night. We have the UFC 309 official plays. The fun parlay didn't get it done. I only put $5 on Paul Craig, so I thought it was crazy that Bo Nickel was that much of a favorite. I didn't expect him to win it all. Mauricio Ruffy and Eduardo Mora versus Hardy to go over 1.5 hit. Oban Elliott hit. I should have bet more on Oban Elliott. He was a very confident pick of mine. Jim Miller actually got the win. And holy Carini Silva, what is going on, man? Fraud, I can't believe some people are in the UFC and having poor gas tanks, man. It's unbelievable. I'm actually, you know what's funny is I went against my own advice. I literally said not to bet on Jim Miller versus Damon Jackson. I was afraid how Damon Jackson would come and look after that beating that he just took. And then as time went on, I looked at the presser. I was like, okay, Jim Miller's got gray in his beard, man. His beard is completely gray. I'm happy for Jim Miller. He's one of my favorite fighters. But I ended up going against my own advice, putting Damon Jackson, and it ended up ruining me. Carini Silva, and unfortunately, I was going to make money on Eric Anders. There's no way Weidman was going to win that fight. But Carini Silva, man, really, really dropping the ball. But these two, I obviously don't expect to hit, right? I do my best with the picks here, to get a little bit extra odds, but these I'm just throwing $10 to have some fun over here. Unfortunately, we need to do better. I will be doing better. I don't know how much I'm going to be betting this time around, though. This is a tricky card, guys. Let me know if there's anything you're going to be doing. Thank you so much for being here and watching the video, guys. Check out this video on screen right now if you'd like to continue watching the channel. Take care, everybody.